You're like, oh yeah, guy with Pensy Steam comes in every once in a while. They're not really much. Really test LED in the headlight, but we'll take this.
Known quite well by all. She's the regular combination. She's a Wabash cannonball.
Proceed to 15. Hey everybody, this is Pensy Joe back again, and today we are doing an unboxing video. I got this box from Europe. Some people already know what this is. Very few. A couple of my friends know who will probably be watching this video. Other than that, most people don't know what this is. And what I got from Spain in particular is something that I've been looking for a while, and a replacement to what I used to have before. Some people might know what that is if they can guess. If some people might not if they've not watched my channel long enough. So, without further ado, we'll start opening this box. There's a lot of fragile stickers in here. This is muy fragile. Or no, I'm just kidding. It says muy fragile, which is in Spanish, obviously. But we're going to open the top, cut the sides so we can get on in here. There we go. Let's see if I can get that side. And we'll open this side. There we go. Alrighty. Nope. Gotta get one more. Gotta cut through this right here. Some of these tapes are pretty strong, I guess. There we go. Alright, perfect. Here we go. One side. Other side. There we go. Okay. So, there we go. We got peanuts going all over the place. Got one box. Throw these peanuts back inside the box. It's not my major concern right now. I'll probably reuse this box. This is a nice box. And another gold box. If you've seen these boxes before and you know model trains enough, you might know what these boxes are boxes of. So, let's see if we can untape this or use the scissors to open this up. We'll use some of the tape to try and open this. Nope, it's not going to be that easy, I guess. I have to cut some more of this bubble wrap. Not there yet. There we go. Alrighty. So, we've done that. There we go. This side needs to be opened as well. I can probably just cut through here. That might help out. Woo! That is easy. Give me a second. We'll look at the other box for right now. Alrighty. Here we are with this box. Now we can unwrap it. Nice gold box. It's a little bit dirty, but it's in pretty good condition. I don't see any water damage as far as I can tell. I don't think water got in here as well, which is good. No water damage is the best kind of damage-free situation. Alrighty. I gotta use the scissors to open up this side. For the other box, we'll look what the boxes say in a minute. I want to make sure we have both of these open before anything. There we go. this is really well wrapped up, I have to say. Really well done. I'm not going to really complain about how tough they packaged this. They did a really good job with packaging. Now, I got this from a Spanish toy store, which I'll probably put in the link down below. I'll leave a link to their eBay if you want to check out what they have there. They have some pretty cool stuff on there. Some stuff European, a lot of stuff is European, and some stuff American. So they're kind of like, I guess, the train world of Spain or something like that. Except a lot of the stuff's on eBay. And there we go. Alrighty, 2 gold boxes. 2 gold boxes. These are weighed pretty well. And now it's time to reveal what they say on these boxes. Well, there you go. There's a website right there. You can look up yourselves. LaDorMilona.com. I probably butchered that, but that's where I got these from. These came from Spain, interesting enough. Yet, look what it says. These are Baldwin 2,000 horsepower passenger diesels. PRR BP20A single headlight. And these are Oriental Limiteds. Here's the Baldwin 2,000 horsepower passenger diesel PR20. Well, it's a BP20B. These are production. These are both five stripes. These are made in Korea by Sam Hongza. And these are kind of rare. So a lot of people say they're rare. However, when these guys are online before I bought them, there was like a good amount of BP20s or BP or BF16s. There was an unpainted twin headlight, which I heard there was only like 50 of these in existence. It was unpainted, but it was a twin headlight A unit. So that was pretty interesting, seeing 2 of those on there with an unpainted B. I think there's one more on there. I don't know if anybody bought it yet at this time in the video, but you can try and look up Baldwin BP20. If you see Oriental Limited, these are the ones you're going to probably want to find. These are the most accurate production brass models of the BP20s. These have not been made in plastic. Only custom resin kits have been made of these. There's a YouTuber named Darth Santa Fe who has done a video on a resin kit job. And it was a pretty cool video. I recommend looking up Darth Santa Fe. He's a pretty cool YouTuber. He knows how to do some scratch building and all sorts of other hobby projects. Just to leave it there. He knows how to do a lot of stuff in different scales as well. So without further ado, let's take a look at these. You might be wondering, how did these get to Spain since this is American model? There we go. And then we got the yellow foam. And here we are. This is what they look like. Wow, it's nice to see these finally in the flesh. These are really cool, I have to say. The chains on here are real, I think. They're kind of flexible. And these are big. I mean, these are huge. But this is the most accurate BP20 on the market. These were made, I would say, I mean, look at the wheels. They look so clean. This is probably barely used, this model. Not after when I'm done with this. Using this model for sure. I'm going to definitely do a TC as well job on here. And it looks like the headlight has a glass cover over the bulb that's in there. I'll have to replace with the LED because that is a bulb in there. There are no windows. I will have to get like plastic inserts when I take the shell off. And I'll have to unscrew the bottom inside there because there's some screw holes back in there. It's not focusing. I apologize for that. But there's some screws back there to be able to access the cab and get in there and put some glass in there or something. I can paint them black or have it clear, but I'll probably do it clear because there's some interior detail. It's painted in the interior. It's got like this seafoam green color kind of interior inside the locomotive. which is pretty cool. And these are pretty weighty. These are pretty heavy models. Obviously, the smoke exhausts or the exhaust stacks are holes. Same thing with the smoke generation for the passengers. And these are big. Like, these are big sharks. Like, I believe these are like 20 or 30 feet longer than the RF-16s. It's a really nice model. I can't wait to do a review on these in their current state because, well, these are really the best that you can get on the market. Now, some people are like, well, when I find these, they're kind of expensive, and yes, they are. Now, I got these in a bid for around $630. You might be like, huh, that's a lot of money for no DCC sound, especially for both diesels. But you got to remember, these are kind of rare. uh, I mean, they do show up from time to time. Usually a lot longer from time to time than they did recently. There was a whole bunch of them. They were not selling pretty much that quickly at all, which I find was strange. I guess people were not really looking to go after these for a bit. Not sure why, but it was interesting to note. These are both powered, which is amazing. Here's the B unit. Really nice. I'll have to get KD coupler boxes for this. Again, this is another one that just barely has any like use to it. I mean, I heard these gearboxes are pretty good too. So that will be interesting. I'll have to figure out how many screws it is to take off the shell. Now there's a pickups right here on this side. I will need to figure out how I'm going to make sure the model does not cause any shorting issues, especially around tight quarters. I'm pretty sure a major issue would be right here. And you could probably put some black tape, because it's already black at the bottom, so I could put some black tape right here just to prevent these details from touching the fuel tank under here, or the fuel tanks. It looks like there's multiple fuel tanks under here. But on the other side, on the more so the front side, it doesn't look like that problem happens much at all. And I don't think they would touch these ladder details as well. So that's pretty good. In terms of rocking, you might have to put some black tape in order to protect the model from shorting. But I'll have to test these on a DC layout to see, what the limitations of this model is. And I really want to see what's inside here so I can figure out like how I will do the wiring for this. Because it looks like there's only pickup from one side of the truck, but I could be wrong. And there could be pickups on both sides. So it looks like there's a pickup for the right rail in the front, and then the left rail's in the rear. So you might want to keep a live capacitor for this. I'm not sure how like intense this will have to be modified. But this is probably the best bet if you want like DCC and sound Baldwin BP20s. So that's pretty much the reveal right here. These are going to be really fun. I really don't think they're going to be too difficult compared to the massive amount of work you'll have to do on the Alco like BP20s. And they're not even that really accurate. The nose is not as long as the Oriental Limited ones. The Oriental Limited ones are the most accurate BP20s in HO scale on the market, as far as I understand, from other modelers out there who've dealt with a whole bunch of brass and other types of models from various times of history. So if you can and you have the money to get these, try and get them for a good deal. Lately, they've been going lower and lower in value for some reason. And for pretty much $315 for each of these, for a B unit that's powered and an A unit that's powered, it's not too bad. I know that there's like, people try to still sell like those Broadway Limited like E units for like $200 and something a piece for the powered units with DCC sound. And you might be like, well, you're comparing that to this brass one. And for that, that's true. You will need to do a little bit of work on these in order to get these to be like, ready to roll kind of status. So just keep that in mind when you get these BP20s. Now, the A unit, interesting enough, does seem to have a little bit of limitation on where the truck's going to turn. Now, I'm not sure this will cause any huge shorting problems, but I'll have to figure that out by doing, turning tolerances. And these are Sam Hongsa gearboxes, so I'm not really too worried about, how well these will operate. I heard these are really good gearboxes, especially for this particular model, so I'm not too worried about that. For this right here, I know that this keeps the A and B unit like permanently together, and it feels like metal. This piece right here, and that will permanently connect the A and B unit together. However, I might try and figure out how to modify it so that it can have a Katie coupler box, so that these units can be Katie coupler together and used separately. So yeah, I'm really excited to do an in-depth review on these at some point with basically to see what's inside and to see them operate on the layout. It'll be pretty cool. I believe they will be really fun to see how to do TCS WoW installs in these, which I will be doing. I will be doing TCS WoW installs for both the A unit and B unit. Originally, when I did the Centipede from Broadway, I was gonna save those for either the RF16A units that I have or these, but I figured I wanted to do Centipedes first just for fun. And for these, this is going to be rather interesting. I'm really curious again of how this is going to work. These are more modern diesels from Oriental Limited. I have not seen a lot of information about these out there, and there's not a lot of videos about these out there as well. This is probably like the only time you'll see these that are not in operation, especially in an unboxing video. So this is kind of a rare treat for people out there. And I'm really excited to share people the world of these things. I'm really excited again to just have the accurate BP20s. And if you don't want to wait for somebody like Broadway to make something like these, which they probably won't, they may, but like there has to be a market out there, and there is a market. Some people still want these, but right now the market doesn't seem to be too strong since I'm seeing these things go for under $500 per unit, and usually A units sell for a lot more. I mean, I used to see these on brasstrains.com. The A units are already gone, and the B units are usually the tougher ones to sell. And the B units go for around $500 to $600, and on Brass Trains, these would go around for like high 600s to 700s, almost to 800, and they're usually sold out. And now, like, you can get these for around $350. Which is strange. I guess people are not who are buying these, or whoever like owned these for a long time are getting older and they're not really using them much anymore. So it's a shame, but it lets us younger generations enjoy models and bring them up to modern standards. So it'll be great fun. I'm curious if there can be other modifications done with these. I don't think the trucks will cause too many issues, but then again, I have to actually test these out and see how well they do with not, causing shorts or anything. I can always add like black tape or some sort of like something like that by modifying these so that they don't do any shorts or anything. Until then, I'll figure that out when I do the TCS WoW install, and I'll probably be like the start of how I'm going to work on these diesels. And these are probably one of the best diesels to get if you want to do brass diesels. I talk with True Brass on YouTube. He's a YouTuber. He doesn't post that too many often, but he does have 2 videos of the Tuscan BP20s. And he has an ABA set. He has a twin headlight version of the 5-stripe for an A unit, and he has another one of these A units as well. And he has a B unit. It has DCC. So it will be interesting to get some of his points. I have talked to him in one of the comments in his videos. And he says you can do these right, and they don't really require major modifications, as far as I understand. So that's pretty good to hear. Again, all I have to do is really, add, definitely putting like an LED in here in the headlight, and add marker lights, and I'm gonna have to add some sort of like number board I can put in here as well. I mean, these are non-numbered, so I can put my own numbers on here, which is pretty cool. I'll have to get a decal for these, and I'll have to get plastic cut pieces to put in the window area and glue those into place. So this guy has windows on the A unit. The B unit, you don't really need windows for, or unless right there and on either end. But other than that, I'm not really 100% certain I need to put windows, and especially the portholes at either end for going to each of the engines. So yeah, this is it, guys. This is one of my most excited reveals. I'm really excited to really work on these, do a review on these, and hopefully get more information and like details about these out there in the world, so that when people want to get a model like this for Pennsylvania or whatever, they have an idea of what they can do and what to expect when they see one of these models. Because again, there's just not enough information, including like pictures of what these guys look like interior wise as well. So it'll be a real surprise when I open these models up for the world to see. Anywho, this is Pensy Joe ending this unboxing, and I'll see you guys in the next video down the road. Bye now.
Rush of the engine, hear the lonesome hobo squall, riding through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball. Well, the eastern states are dandies, so the western people say. St. Louis to Chicago, Rock Island by the way. From the hills of Minnesota, where the rippling waters fall, no chances can be taken on the Wabash Cannonball. Oh, listen to the jingle, the rumble and the roar, as she glides along the woodland to the hill and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engine, hear the lonesome hobo squall, riding through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball. Now here's to Daddy Claxton, may his name forever stand, and may he be remembered in the courts throughout the land. When his earthly race is over, let the curtains round him fall. We'll carry him home to victory on the Wabash Cannonball. Oh, listen to the jingle, the rumble and the roar, as she glides along the woodline